He drops his hand from my cheek and looks around the deck. I recount what I overheard, focusing on Royce wanting to use me for my powers, and marooning or killing him. Tiny muscles contract around his jaw as he clenches it. He slams his fist against the railing. I trusted him. We grew up fishing with one another, playing pranks on our siblings, competing to see who could climb to the top of the old oak the fastest. He was the one who carried me back to my house when I fell out of that tree and nearly broke my neck. His knuckles whiten as he grips the rail. I let those memories get in the way of what everyone was telling me, of what was right in front of my face. I don't understand, I say, lowering my voice as Phipps and Thips hoist a broken beam over their shoulders and carry it off, each one complaining that the other isn't carrying their fair share. I didn't want to tell you this before, because I didn't think it could be true. He finally meets my gaze. There have always been rumours about what happened when we lost the treaty. I'm sure you heard some of them yourself. Toward the end of the wars, I'd overheard some nobleman say Royce Dennis had only been promoted to captain because of his father's influence, and that he wasn't qualified for such an important mission. And Eris had reminded me Royce was the one who'd lost the treaty. But beyond that, I hadn't heard any mumblings about the true cause of the mission's failure. Eris sighs as he continues. Only Royce and I knew the treaty was on board. How did Captain Skulls find out? And how could one small woman move a barrel full of oil all by herself in order to blow up the ship? Someone on board must have helped her. Royce, I breathe. Eris drops his head. He's been to the island of lost souls before. After months of searching, he traced the pirate woman there. I tried to tell him not to go, but he said he wanted to find out how they knew about the treaty. I went with him because I thought I could help prove his innocence. That was only a few weeks before I sailed to meet you. He chokes on the last word, on whatever realization he's made. While on the island, we split up to search for the woman, and he could have met up with Skulls there, especially since he was trying to gather money for repairs. This could be all my fault. I told Royce about you, about what I knew of your family, about why I wanted to meet you. My body goes cold. I cling to the railing to stay anchored to the world as everything crumbles around me. Could Eris be responsible, even by accident, for the theft of my father's gold? But how would Royce and Captain Skulls have known about the gold? About where to find it? Archduke Rolton. The thought bolts through me. He easily could have shadowed my father or bribed a guard to figure out where the gold was. Do you think your uncle may have been the one to tell Royce and Captain Skulls where the gold was? I ask. Eris's eyes go wide as realization dawns in his face. I knew he wasn't happy with the monarchy, but if I'd known... He trails off, shaking his head. You couldn't have known, I reply. It's not your fault. Your uncle has probably been a part of this scheme from the beginning. He likely planned the whole thing. Kora, I have to warn you. His voice wavers. My uncle may not only be after your kingdom. If he's working with Royce and Captain Skulls, he may be after you too. He takes a deep breath. I know it might be difficult for you, but will you tell me what it is they could be after? There have been so many stories over the years, but perhaps if I know the truth, I can protect you. I open my mouth to reply, but the words don't make it past my constricting throat. I'm paralyzed by the memory flooding back. It happened a day or two after I turned back from a statue, when I was 7. Alongside my father and uncle, I entered the tower room where they stored the gold. It was the first time I'd seen the other golden objects. Everything was stacked on the table. A golden pheasant rested on the round gold platter my father had touched when throwing the feast celebrating the touch. An embossed leaf design ran around the edge of the platter.